And coming down the stretch here, Greg, a lot left to decide, especially for teams on the playoff bubble.
And, Kevin, the play-in tournaments add another level of complexity. I'll say this. The league now has more teams fighting all the way to the end.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's Russell. And it's Forbes in at the two-guard spot. Siakam misses. And so it's Russell with him. He brings it up for Minnesota. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
He kicks to Towns. Has to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns entered the league as a force in scoring the basketball. Now he's honing his passing skills.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, G.A. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
Now here's Gobert after the miss from McCarthy. Up top, Russell, covered by Van Vliet.
Well, there's no question that Fred VanVleet's competitive toughness, his desire, and the defense is what has given him a shot to be a legit NBA force.
Now, here's Anunoby. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. To the paint, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Barnes passes to McCarthy.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Toronto shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, I've got to say, one of the things I love the most about the Toronto Raptors, how special their fan base is. Really, when you think about it, Canada much more associated with the great sport of hockey, but they love professional basketball.
But three, it's hauled in by the Raptors. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
Here is Edwards. OG Anunoby making his last shot. Gobert, and the layup's good off the glass. And it's 6 points for Rudy Gobert. Oh, you're right. This fan base here in Toronto is terrific and certainly gets excited to cheer on their Raptors. They love them.
They do, and their theme is, quote, "We the North." You can truly tell how much these fans love the Raptors. Remember the scene in Jurassic Park outside the stadium, that special area when the finals were going on in 2019. It was pure pandemonium. He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things at him, but he's been unstoppable.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game, the fans. In the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level, and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
He throw good, Van Vliet. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. If you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Then it's Russell. Then there's Batum, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard.
This guy's so clever at getting defenders to fight. Nicholas Batum draws the contact.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And no quit. Just keep playing the right way, stay aggressive, and try to battle back.
Now, here's Batum. He has 5. 5 on the clock. Here's Russell. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Mykhailiuk's checked in for Toronto. Minnesota also with the sub. McDaniels, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And there's the pass to Barnes. Kicks it out to MP. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much. We can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much. Now, here's MP. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Offensive rebound. Gobert fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
The score is your Raptors 40, the Timberwolves 54. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Raptors.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. MP is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth. And it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sports.
MP outside. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Rose, he's checked in for MP.
He was.
1:03 left in the third. Russell passes to Edwards. Wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 6 assists in the game.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Now, here is Young. Shoots over Towns, and again, no good by Toronto. Russell against Flynn. Out left to the wing. Here's Reed. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. And now it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead
Boy, this guy's such an instinctive passer. D'Angelo Russell could average double-digit assists if he wanted to.
Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range.
Russell.
Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first three of the night.
Flynn dishes to MP. He feeds it to Barnes. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Barnes has got 7 points in the game.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've got
74.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And stolen by MP.
And you know, guys, in the first half, he was a lot more focused. Maybe he's feeling the heat of the defense a bit more here in the second.
And a look at the five for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Towns is out there with Anderson. And it's Forbes in at the one. Here is Forbes, covered by Van Vliet. And Towns gets it to go. And that's now 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns. McCarthy, the pass to Anunoby. Back to MP. Barnes left side. Over Anderson. Barnes can't get it to go. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be the last game of their very short three-game road tour.
Oh, great.
Here's MP. Tries a three off the inbound. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here. Passes it to Forbes. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
Stop.
Down low. Here's Gobert. He gets it in there. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
The three from MP. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Tipped away. Anderson passes to Forbes. Kicks it to Russell. Gobert with the bounce pass.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Shoots. Towns trying to get open. Russell, no good. Raptors trail by 13. Siakam finds Van Vliet. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. The three from MP. Another miss by MP. The Timberwolves have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Minnesota.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Anthony Edwards.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Young's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Mikhailuk comes in for OG Anunoby. And Brooks subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Pass to Brooks.
Keep moving, baby, keep moving.
Moore against MP. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Porter's checked in for the Raptors. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. And McLaughlin gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
That's his first personal foul. 15th foul. At the line for your Raptors.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. And so it's Minnesota with it. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here.
Toronto foul. 5th personal foul. 15th foul.
And the first one drops.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Jordan.
So he gets them both. Here's Brooks. And here's MP for 3. Rebounded by Moore. Here's McLaughlin. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Hey, you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Whatever. I don't even remember if we won against the Bucks last time.
Hey, man. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
finishing at the rim is still an art. Let's get this going. I see you want to work on finishing at the hoop. Let's get started.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Set up! What's the foul at, man?
Keep it going.
Hi, bud. Hi, buddy.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
What?
Focus! Focus! Hey, right here.
Hi.
Now we're rolling. Let's go.
That's you all day.
Hi.
99, get ready for sleep.
first came upon Michael Jordan, it was probably 85, 86. Never heard of him. And then I seen a friend of mine have on these shoes I've never seen before, the red and black. And I said, what are those? He was like, they're Jordans. And I was like, who is that? And then he showed me some footage of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was doing unorthodox dunks. He had this one dunk where he rock it and he throw it down. And then I quickly became a fan. You know, when you play against the best, if you consider yourself the best, then hopefully it brings the best out in you. But, you know, there's much debate about who's the greatest player. In my recollection, it would have to be Michael Jordan. If you play perfectly, this guy can be beat. Can't play good, can't play great. You got to play perfectly. Take care of the ball, hit all your shots.
Well, Grant, it's an interesting battle for playoff seeding. The intensity is ramped up, that's for sure.
Yeah, B.A., you can feel that intensity ramping up. And, of course, there's lots of twists and turns this time of year. One night you can be up, and the next night you're down. It's emotionally taxing as well as physical.
Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. MP is out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. Vildoza, no good. Now here's VanVleet. He's closely guarded. To the middle. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Out to the right wing. Here's Vildoza. Really played well against Indiana in his last game. Steps back and fires. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well. High percentage look right off the bat.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Portis. Here's Vildoza. Going inside. Some solid defense from VanVleet.
Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Siakam. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
Defensive foul. John, that's his first personal foul.
Allen, no good on the free throw. The much-traveled Grayson Allen finally starting to settle into a role, Brent.
It's always been about that shooting feel for him and the 5-star prospect coming out of high school, of course, going to a blue blood university. For him, it's about just controlling some of that emotional content.
He can't get the first one. Well, Brent, for this Milwaukee organization, how big was keeping Giannis?
Well, B.A., could you just give me another synonym for massive? I'll take all of them. Because obviously, it's all about Giannis. And the title in 2021 helped big time to keep him in Milwaukee. But imagine if they lost him and went back to square one. You just don't replace guys who are this special.
MP shot is off.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Vildoza, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Perfect timing to rise up and challenge the shot inside.
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A big board and a bigger putback from Bobby Portis.
MP, the pass to Siakam, the kick out to VanVleet. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Outside Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. And here's MP from outside. It's hauled in by Portis.
This is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Ingles comes in for Allen. And Toronto also making a switch. Rose is checked in for MP. And Toronto calls time here.
And pretty amazing to see Bobby Portis and the evolution of his career. A guy who started...
Substitution on the court.
Milwaukee in the lead. Oh, Brent, in some ways, Portis is a reminder to never give up on yourself.
Yeah, a guy going from the second unit to a starting player pretty much deep into his career. It's an impressive feat. That's some stick-to-itiveness and a true credit to how hard he works.
At forward, it's the talented Giannis and Middleton. Then it's Bobby Portis. Then there's Grayson Allen. And it's Vildoza in at the point. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Ooh, stolen by Allen.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Middleton. Now Antetokounmpo. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Vildoza. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Allen against MP. Unloads from 13. With 1 on the clock. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Statistically, he's a better rebounder at the defensive end, but this time Giannis extending, getting that extra possession and putting it down.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He had 12 points and also played lockdown defense. His fingerprints were all over this game. It ended up being such a solid night for him, putting in a lot of energy and making things happen for his team. Guys?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking
to repeat that kind of
performance again tonight.
Every teammate in talking with them before the game says how much faith they have in him. They'll keep getting it to him.
Toronto trailing. Great defense from Antetokounmpo.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And the lob disrupted. Not to be. And now the Raptors on the break. Anunoby with it. Picked up by Allen. And he gets the bucket.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, BA, you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
And Allen gets it to go.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open. I give a ton of credit to the Bucks front office beyond trading for Holiday and, of course, re-signing Giannis. And you love how they filled in with those guys around that star power.
The open shot, Siakam. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Siakam's got his third basket on the night right there. The Bucks have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Pass to Vildoza. Middleton against Anunoby. 14 feet away. The offensive rebound. Goes up again. And no problem from Antetokounmpo as he finishes at the rim. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points.
Well, you have to do way more than that to stop the MVP. Giannis just determined.
And Toronto calls time here. Well, Brent, seems like every year the Bucks have to replace a key rotation player.
Yeah, and tricky because they don't have the financial wherewithal to spend a ton of money with the contracts that have been given out. So
first half comes to a conclusion.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Bucks 5, the Raptors 30. Ladies and gentlemen, your Bucks Youth Dancing.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you look at Derrick Rose. What a contribution.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. Fred VanVleet out there with MP. And it's Siakam in at the 5. He's perfect from the line this time. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3. Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Screw this. That's so stupid.
Antetokounmpo with it. He's got 7. Pass to Allen. Here's the floater. And the basket.
How?
Allen's got 9.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Making an impact. I love the aggression. Playing on that front foot and looking to expand their lead.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo has won MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, and a championship. But he says, quote, I am not satisfied. As the leader of this team, that's the tone I set. I don't care about trophies. I care about getting better, and that's what I've done my entire career. Brian, he stays focused.
Nose to the grindstone, Allen. Thanks for that. Here's MP. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You were right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Stolen by Anunoby. Here comes Toronto on the push. 3-pointer, VanVleet knocks it down from distance. He has 7.
He's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one. I don't know if you push the...
Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Bobby Portis. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
And this is a sign of Giannis and his growth. The floor awareness now looking outstanding.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
VanVleet, the pass to MP. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And I feel like there's been an old-school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
Pass to Allen. Middleton outside. Antetokounmpo, right side. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Third personal foul.
And already Giannis has a regular season MVP, a finals MVP, plus a defensive player of the year award, winning all 3 trophies by the age of 26. Excellent.
For Antetokounmpo, you can also throw in an all-star MVP. Brent, that puts him in elite company.
Well, thanks, BA. I did forget that one, and that's a major one, too. But the Greek Freak, just the second player ever to win those 4 awards. The first, of course, MJ. It just tells you Giannis is already an all-time great.
Milwaukee.
Come on.
It's an even 3-on-3 break. And Giannis throws it down.
That's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Outside Anunoby. Inside. MP against Allen. Elbow shot. Offensive rebound.
I love their work on the glass. They hold a nice rebounding advantage.
Uncovered. No good, off the front rim.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off him.
Barnes finds Anunoby. And here's Barnes.
What?
To the paint. 5 to shoot. Here's MP.
One? Who said that?
Good with time running down on the shot
She
clock.
said we're switching off.
Got 4
Back,
points now
back
in the quarter.
forth.
Time called here. The Bucks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Toronto. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team, and he implored them to be patient at the offensive end. He wants to use every second of the shot clock. He said, quote, if we take care of the ball and take our time and play D, this game is ours.
And Allie, thanks.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
That one's good for 2.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Yep, count it. Barnes has gotten his first basket of the night.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Toronto foul. It's personal foul. Second team foul.
So it's Milwaukee now. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter here. Barnes against Antetokounmpo. Tries again. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Sometimes as an analyst, we love to talk about strategies to slow down a guy who's got it going. With Giannis, I don't really have it.
MP shot is off. The Bucks have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. They double team Allen.
That's a tough walk back to the
So this one belongs to the Bucks. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
We just keep moving down, 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 because my team's ass.
Every season we hear mention of the rookie wall. Is that real, Steve, or is it just a myth?
Kevin, it's real. And for some players, the NBA seems so much longer and more grueling than the college season. It's certainly an exhausting adjustment.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Smith is out there with Turner. Then it's Halliburton. Then it's Hield. And it's Duarte in at the 3, the small forward. Hield with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Halliburton, that's good.
And not just a score. Hield is solid at reading when his guys are open for a look.
McCarthy, the pass to Barnes. Lays it up off the glass.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get your better scores, some easy looks so they can start to establish themselves.
First team foul.
And here's Halliburton. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Healed the pass to Turner. To the middle. Here's Duarte. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's MP. Hoping to put that miserable performance against Milwaukee behind him tonight. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding or the lack thereof. A lot of one and dones in that game.
You know, you have to crash the glass on both sides of the floor, and they didn't get the job done in terms of creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Anunoby, and he finishes nicely on the way.
Relentless energy from OG. Defense can't counter his explosiveness on the boards.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game.
To the inside. Here's Barnes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Buddy Hield is out there with Halliburton. It's Smith. Then it's Turner. And it's Duarte in at the small forward position. That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Here's Van Vliet. 14 feet away. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Barnes.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bucks really had a nice effort. He ended up with 8 points, and he was a thorn in the defensive side all game. He forced their hand and got himself to the line numerous times. What stood out was his hustle. His work ethic was what really allowed him to make an impact. Kevin?
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that one. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
And I'm sure coach is hoping for that as well, but every night's different. Who knows? Maybe someone else will have to step up this time.
Yep, it counts.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
MP finds Barnes. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered by Halliburton. Young passes to McCarthy. Anunoby trying to break free. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, here we are, Greg, looking at the Indiana Pacers. They've been looking for a star player to lead the way. Have they found it?
It's so tough for the small market teams like them to acquire this type of talent. They know they have to draft well and develop their players within the program. Hopefully they'll be able to mold some of these young ones into stars moving forward.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Good, and the assist goes to MP. Van Vliet's got his first points of the game.
Amazing effort by Fred Van Vliet. He's up the court so fast to finish that play.
Duarte passes to Turner. Count that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Back to Van Vliet. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And that one is off. So Indiana will take it the other way. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Halliburton passes to Smith. Turner trying to free himself up. Smith's shot is good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, and that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams.
So it's tied as we head to halftime.
At the end of the first half of play, the score, your Raptors, 43. The
Hi, bud. Come here.
43.
Do you want to lay on my feet?
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Scotty Barnes.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with MP. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Greg, looking back at the 2021 draft, I'm still shocked Tyrese Halliburton fell to 12th. My goodness.
What a steal Halliburton has been. He broke his wrist in college, and that scared some teams away. But, boy, Tyrese has been awesome in the NBA.
And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. Trailing by 2. Hield. Now the pass to Arte. Let's go. And he nails the jumper. Arte's got 7 points in the game. Second half of basketball. Just over a minute played so far. MP right side. It's blocked. And the foul called on MP. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
Halliburton against VanVleet. Hield outside. Passes it to Halliburton.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And he gets it to go. Anunoby's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Much improved footwork, and he's already strong. Anunoby getting it done inside.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game. That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Pass to Anunoby. Here's MP. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Arte passes to Smith. And the layup is good. He's got 8.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
MP finds Barnes. Back to MP. Tries from 10. Duarte grabs the board. Indiana leading. Bounce pass, Halliburton. No one near Turner as he lets it go. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Makes decisive decisions on the hardwood. Once Turner saw the catch and shoot opportunity, he was locked and loaded.
Toronto calls timeout.
Looking at the Raptors roster, basically the entire squad is up.
And so in the game for the Pacers, Halliburton is out there with Hield. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Smith. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. And stolen by MP. Good.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Yeah, youth is on their side. And Smitty, since winning that title in 2019, The Raptors have totally turned over their squad.
Kawhi, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, all have left Toronto, Kevin, replaced with much younger players. Give Toronto's front office credit for retooling quickly.
And the Pacers have been one of those teams that they're allergic to rebuilding, but there's clearly a youth movement in Indy, and with young talents like Tyrese Halliburton and Ben Mathurin, they already boast some nice building blocks. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And the foul called on MP. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Halliburton finds Hield. Back to Halliburton. Indiana moving the ball around. Mathurin, good. And the Pacers lead by 9.
And we've seen Mathurin become a volume three-point shooter, which is understandable given these results.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
There is no let-up in this man. He is doing everything in his power to keep this game close.
Halliburton on the wing. Feeds to Turner.
Why do you keep on changing my player? This is why they keep on scoring. This is some bull.
To the game with that last one. Inside, McCarthy. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And that's 12 points for MP.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
And the foul called on MP. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Pacers making a switch here. Duarte's checked in. Halliburton against MP. There's Duarte, and the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Hield the pass to Halliburton. Here's Duarte. He's guarded by Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them.
How is it on me?
Another play.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what
Fuck you.
Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge,